I want to give up on football already.
Okay.
Because these Thursday night games are not the business. I'm watching Buffalo just kick the piss out of the Dolphins. There's only one game on tonight. We're just watching this travesty of a game.
You would think it's a better match because, it's not like some random, like the Giants versus the Browns or something. I don't know.
Wow.
At least it's a divisional
match. Of all the teams, you name the team that shall not be named? Disgraceful!
Look, what can I say? They just played my team and we kicked the shit out of them, so.
Welcome to A Conversation with Judy and Ryan right here on YouTube at TABPOD. Also, check us out wherever you audio podcast. Remember to give us 5 stars, rate us, review us, all that good stuff. Like, share, subscribe to whatever platform you view us on. I still haven't done the all staff email. I don't want to rise through my company that quickly if I'm going to leave. So I don't want to do it yet. But, any day now, I'm just going to be like, you know what? I feel like becoming an executive. Boom. All staff email. Listen to A Conversation with Judy and Ryan. And I'll be setting sail on this life and going towards my new one where it's nothing but caviar dreams and champagne wishes. I will Venmo you or Zelle you $5 right now if you could tell me what show that's from.
No idea.
Oh, thank God. I really didn't want to have to sell you any money. Lifestyles is rich and famous. You don't know that show? You have no... Oh, my God. That just makes me feel so old right now. Jesus. It was basically the MTV Cribs of the 80s.
Before Crib, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on with your eye? You've been messing with your eyes since we got on the show.
It looks like I'm crying. It's because my allergies are just starting to act up, and now it looks like I'm crying. I'm like, oh, stop looking like I'm crying.
I thought it was because you went to the bar and got faded with all your work friends.
Oh, yeah. So that's exactly what happened. But no, it's just allergies.
I mean, you were at the because you were telling me in the beginning, pre-show, I should say, that you went to a happy hour with your old work people, and when you told me that, I thought that you everybody went to celebrate you going to your new job and all, and you said no, it's just I still work there, so they invited me.
No, actually, these are my old coworkers. Like when I first moved out here with my new job coworkers, which is 3 jobs ago now.
Oh, so you just went to a bar to hang out with your friends then. Why'd you set it up like you went to an after-work happy hour?
I don't know. I didn't think I set it up that way, but I was like, it's my old coworkers. And
you did not say old coworkers.
I did.
You said my coworkers.
I said my old coworkers.
Nope. Where's the challenge flag? There you go. Challenge on the play. Hit the replay. How are we gonna
replay? There's no replay.
The replay of life. Okay.
Sorry. Anyways, yes, I went to, although our happy hour started at 2:30 and I got home at 8:30.
Okay, now I really don't, because you were also saying that you only had 1 drink. Now I really don't believe you.
No,
there's no way. There's no way you went to a happy hour from 2:30 to 8 o'clock your time and you only had 1 drink. Nope.
I had 1 drink. I had 1 margarita at the Tex-Mex restaurant that we went to at 2:30, and then we got to the second bar. I got there first, and I told the server, I was like, I just want a soda with 2 limes to make it look like I'm drinking vodka sodas all night, and that's all he kept giving me. So smart. Well, all my 2 coworkers are just getting faded with them.
That's some real predator type tendencies right there. That's the kind of stuff that gets a frat boy put on a list, okay?
What, just drinking sodas?
While all the people around you are getting wasted? We all know what you're doing. You're plotting against them. We know.
No, it's called being responsible because I have to be here.
Okay. I thought you were going to say being responsible because I had to drive home or something. And I'm like, you're sending your friends off? Just go. You're fine. You've only had 17 margaritas today.
They're fine. They're good. They know. They're older, so they know what they're doing.
How are they going to work tomorrow?
Everyone's working from home tomorrow. It's Friday.
I hate being hungover so much that I would not want to work hungover, especially if I had to sit in a chair, like for a work from home job. Like if I have a hangover and I have to work, I need to be doing something, sweating the booze out.
God.
You kids and your good metabolisms being fine to just sit at a desk all day with your wine hangovers. All right.
Wine hangovers.
So, okay, you confused me with everything because you told me about the happy hour, but you are working both jobs still.
My old job and my new job, yeah.
Okay, but like I know that it was up in the air and they hadn't replaced anyone, but I thought that you were only going to work like not even part-time. Well, you said, I'm sorry, and now I'm remembering everything. Because you did say you're going to work part-time, but like a special kind of part-time so you can get the healthcare benefits.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So how long are you doing that for?
So tentatively, my boss said by the end of the month.
Okay, you got to clarify bosses now. Like, are we talking old boss or new boss?
Sorry. My old boss. My new job doesn't know about this.
your new job doesn't know you're stepping out with your old job.
Yeah. So
You
I really
work
didn't.
slut.
I didn't want to like bring this up just because in case they like try to tell me, but what they gonna do?
Oh, but don't worry, we're gonna share some stuff today. That can get all of us in trouble, so it's fine. It's fine. By the way, we are trying a new format for the show today. Probably not going to keep doing it, but we are just going to do one longer session rather than taking the break in the center. So let us know if you like that. Make sure you get in the comments at TABPOD. Or if you really like it, then you can, subscribe to our Patreon, where for $5 a month, you get put into the comments, into the ticker team.
The ticker team.
God. All right. I was going to go into the whole ChatGPT conversation that we had about it. We're going to save that for another day.
Yeah.
So,
but anyways, yes. So right now I am working about 20. I'm trying to aim for 25 hours a week at my part-time job.
What do you mean trying to? I don't understand that. How do you aim for a certain amount of hours? Because like when I'm at a job, even if it's part-time, they're like, this is the amount of time you're working.
Look, there's no rules. This is the first time they're doing this, and they're like, okay, thanks for helping out. Whatever hours you can put in, they don't even look at like my like the hours I'm working. I could be working from 8 at night to 11 p.m. and that's 3 hours. Sometimes I put in like at 6 in the morning if I'm awake already. I'll put in 6 to 8. That's like my 5 hours for the day.
See, and then and then you still have enough time to do your new job
during the day. Yeah.
Does that job have you working like all 8 hours during the day though? Because I feel like there might be some downtime here or there that you can like swoop into the old job for a quickie.
Right. For a quickie. That was last week when it was just like my orientation week where I'm getting the hang of things. But
right, yeah.
No,
so
right
you're slipping off down the hall, meeting up with your old job in the bathroom,
Oh yeah, totally. But yeah, and then my new job, it's ramping up. They have me doing so many different things that are just throwing at me, and it's kind of like, this really doesn't make sense, but I'm sure you need someone to do it, so I guess it's gonna be me who does it.
Welcome to working in a startup.
Yeah, and I get paid regardless of how many hours I work. Like,
okay,
like you work it's a salaried position.
I figured when you say you get paid regardless.
Yeah, I'm like, obviously. So it's it's great though. It's kind of a new, exciting, and it's kind of like experimental in a way. So
No, those jobs are awesome because they get it. They make it so you can stuff your resume full of so much bullshit because you do end up having all these extra little hats on that, like, if you were doing the same role at your old place, you wouldn't get to unless you like had a meeting with somebody about, hey, I want to start doing more stuff. What can I do? At a startup, it's just like, hey, do you have a free minute? Cool. Because we have this list of things that no one thought about until now.
yes.
Oh.
That's work right now.
let us know how that goes. You know, I'm very happy for you, very excited for this new chapter of your life.
Thanks.
You know, I'm trying to start a new chapter of my life. I've been telling you guys about it, but I keep like worrying myself into almost a catatonic state. Like, yeah, I know. I'm a very dramatic person, right? But there's been two things lately that have really been just making me irrationally scared, okay? And it's very funny because one is an irrationally rational fear, and the other one is a rationally irrational fear. All right? So I'm gonna share this with you.
So just the fear.
No, these are specific fears. So I told you guys that I have applied for a new job and it would be a really great position. Well, I got the offer to join. Now, the caveat is that I still need to pass my drug test, which will be fine because the medicine that I take, they are not going to count against me. I also have my medical card, so it's technically a prescription. And I've been open with them, and they know about it, so I'm not worried about that. The thing that has me worried is the background check. And it's not because I have, like, a felony on my record or anything like that. But when they give you the form so that they can go do your background check, it says on there, we'll look at whatever the fuck we want to. Your criminal history, your working history, your love history, whatever we can find, we might use.
Your credit history.
Your credit history. And so my fear is that they're going to look at my work history and see that it doesn't match up. Especially the time at State Farm, not the overall time. I gave them correct dates as to when I started and when I finished, but I neglected to put in that I took like 4 months off in the middle because I went and did that job for the startup podcasting place. I hope yours works out way better than mine did. I'm putting good vibes out that yours works out much better, and you don't just get a phone call one day saying that you've been moved to the tax section of the company and you can do sales now.
I don't think that's gonna happen, but thank you.
But yeah, so that is, and if they ask, I'm sure that I'll just be able to tell them like, oh, I had an opportunity, I left on good terms, it crashed after 4 months, and I came back. But yeah, that's my fear, is that they're going to be like, you said you worked there for 4 straight years, not 3 years and 2 months. Right? But that's why I said it's irrationally rational, because most likely they're just checking to see if I ever, stuck up a 7-Eleven. Right? They're not actually looking, most likely, they're not actually looking at all those little individual things.
Right.
But just in case, people, let's take this moment and throw some good vibes out there for your boy Ryan, okay? You know what? The Lord Drizzle King, it's been so long since I've said it, he says, good vibes go out to thee. So like everyone else, do as your king tells you and send me some good vibes, okay? Because you really don't want to fumble the ball on the 1 yard line. And that's where I am right now.
Yes, or get intercepted.
Yeah, either way. No pick sixes. Don't be like Daniel Jones. If you know, you know. All right. And then my rationally irrational fear. Mm-hmm. I've been having like full on cold sweats about this lately. I'm having this fear where, knock on wood, both of my parents die, and I get stuck with their 4 dogs. I'm so nervous about this right now for some reason. Like, because they have a huge English collie, I think. I don't know. He looks like a golden retriever. Oh, he's a English retriever. That's what he is. He looks like a golden retriever and a Labrador had a baby. Okay. But he's massive. And then she's got these other 2 I don't know, little itty bitty things. They're Korean. I only know that they're Korean. I forget the type of dog that they are. And then she's got a puny, like, do you see this thing of glue? It's about the same. She's got a dog the size of this glue. And he's like a Maltese or something. And that's the thing, is that if it was just like, even if it was 3 big dogs, I know how to take care of big dogs. I can take care. These little things, you gotta like hand spoon feed them.
Oh no!
Right, they're tiny. You have to take care of every aspect of their life. And now here I am. I was gonna be stuck in this apartment with 17 dogs. But like I said, that one's rationally irrational because A, they're not both. Knock on wood. Anybody have a hammer? I need to knock a little harder, okay? But they're not. My mom is probably going to outlive me. She lives the healthiest and safest lifestyle. She drives like 3 miles under the speed limit everywhere she goes. It'll be fine. My dad, he's become a bit of a farmer, so him I'm worried about a little bit. But because he has like a whole thing going on up in Idaho where he's like making, I don't know, fucking eggplants or something. But you know, it'll be fine. But it's just like I said, the thought of having all these goddamn dogs in my house and having to be the caretaker for all these dogs. And then my mom said, well, don't worry, because as I get older, I'm going to not have as many dogs. She was like, basically, when these ones are gone, I'm just going to have one at a time until I'm done. And I looked at her and I said, Mom, I'm going to tell you what I tell the EP about our son. Okay? I truly believe that when he does something wrong and he gets in trouble for it, I truly believe that he is being honest when he says, I'm not going to do it again. I truly believe that. Now, at the same time, do I really think he's not going to do it again? Hell no! Same with her. I believe she is telling me the truth. I have no truth in my heart that she is actually going to have 2 dogs when she passes. Nope. Because at one point she's going to be like, well, I was lonely and the dog was lonely and the dog needs someone to be with him while I'm sleeping. So, I need another dog. Like, that's what's going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah. It could happen. Sorry. You end up
Thank
with,
you for that. Thank you for that so much.
I thought you were going to say something about how you'd be like stuck in their, I don't know if they're hoarders or anything, but old people, they like to just hoard a bunch of stuff. So then you're the one who's going to be the one who like.
No, because at that point, because if it's not living, I don't care getting rid of it. Like, I'll sell it or I'll burn it or whatever. Like,
I'll burn it.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, if I can't sell it, then okay, it's going to the dump. But if it's a living thing, I can't get rid of like a living thing. I don't have that much darkness in me yet. Okay. Give it. Let's keep the trajectory of my life going for another 5 years. We'll see how I'm feeling then. Okay. Check with me at 44. All right.
Okay.
Let's brighten things up. Let's brighten things up a little bit.
Yes.
Judy, you were on the threads again.
I love the threads.
You do love
Getting
the
used
threads.
to it. Although I will say the threads, they are very clickbaity. Like people just say the most outrageous things just so you can get like responses on them, and I'm just like, really? Why do y'all do this? Like, ugh, it's
I mean,
so
you
annoying.
answered your own question while you were saying it.
I know.
See, that is the dichotomy of man. Why do we do this? You already know why, and yet we still can't stop.
Still can't stop, and it's just, I mean, I'm not going to respond to it. But anyways, regardless, so we got a lot of different scenarios and questions for today.
Okay.
I don't know if this is a scenario, but this lady said, any idea how I can get my Verizon to lower my monthly bill? I pushed it to September 11 as a promise to pay because they will shut my phone off. So her balance currently that's due is $422.79. She had a scheduled pay. Her last payment was $12.77 on September 6th.
That explains it. Okay.
So it sounds like she's behind on her bills.
At least a month, yeah.
At least a month or two. And people in the comments were like, hey, girl, like, how many lines are you paying for? How many phones? Like, you know, they had all these questions. She's like, oh, it's just me. I'm paying my one line and I'm paying my phone off. But
so that's what it is. So she sounds like someone who needs to get the new Apple phone, the new iPhone every year that it comes out. Mm-hmm. And I mean look, even if they forgive the payment on your old phone, a $1,500 new phone, you got to pay for it somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So you got that, and then the one line. I mean, and the fact that she missed a payment, at least one payment.
At least one.
Right? So, I mean,
like...
Yeah, that's just like, look, we used to deal with this kind of stuff when I was selling insurance, and this was at the Emporium and at the boutique, where someone would be like, yo, I cannot pay, but I don't want my insurance to get cut off. What can I do? And we'll be like, look, we will take a partial payment, but that entire payment is going to be due on top of what your normal payment is next month. And they're like, do it. And then a month later, like, why is my bill so high, you piece of shit? Yeah. You know what you were doing.
It's probably what she did too. She's like, you know what, can you just push it, like up and do a partial payment, just push it, and then it comes back around and she never paid. Like, girl, get your life together.
Get your life together, okay?
Maybe
don't go to 2 happy hours after work when you have to work the next day, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Not you, your friends who actually got drunk. I mean, yeah, okay. Honestly, at this point, yeah, she would just have to go to a different cell phone. So that's the one thing. And I'm sure that it just gets put on your credit report, and you know,
it's a collections.
It's a collections thing, right? But I'm just talking about the phone specifically, right? Because with a car, they'll come repossess it.
Oh yeah.
How funny would it be if someone from Verizon showed up at her house, just like, yo, we need that phone back, though. We need it back.
Could you imagine?
Oh my God.
I mean, honestly, though, would they still be able to use it? Because it's not technically unlocked if it's through Verizon, right? Like,
I don't know.
Because
it just, there's so many variables in that. It depends on where she got her phone, because it could be unlocked. Because what if she bought the phone at an Apple store? I mean, probably not, since she's financing.
Probably not. She's financing it.
There's too many variables for us to know. But I would like to see a world where people start repossessing phones. Okay.
Yes. Okay. All right. So that was this. Okay, but I have this lady's question made me think about it. And I'm like, So she says, my husband's parents live with us because this world is so expensive. And my husband's mom and dad. Oh, she just said, and because this world is so expensive. My husband's mom and dad take up 2 of our 4 bedrooms because they don't sleep together, because my husband's dad has really bad health issues right now. We have 3 kids and they share the smallest room in the house. Would it be rude if I asked my husband's mom to move into the smallest room so my kids could take the bigger room? I'm not sure if this is rude or not. Genuinely asking, what would you do?
Oh, I don't think it's rude at all. Honestly, when you started saying that, I thought she was going to say, would it be rude if I told her I don't care about the health issues? Get in the room with your husband. Like, that's where I thought she was going. Especially if you're putting it under the caveat of it's 3 people moving into a room, right? Mm-hmm. So,
versus the one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't think that would be rude. Now, also, don't be a dick about it. Don't just, don't wake her up at 5:30 in the morning and be like, all right, Grandma, time to get out. Have some bedside manner, as they say.
Yeah. But that's what I was thinking too. And then she also asked Summer, like, people were giving her advice. They're like, your husband should bring this up. If you talk to your husband about it, those are his parents. He should bring this up also. Like, it shouldn't just come from the wife.
Oh, I mean,
come from him too.
I agree, but not because it's his parents. I agree because they are a couple and it is their home, right? Mm-hmm. So same thing. If it were her parents, he should still be involved. Like if she had the issue, but he should still be involved with it regardless, right? If it were friends or just whatever, that's the home that they share as a family. So if there was going to be anything that would bring any upheaval to it, they should do it as a unit, right? At the very least to look unified on it. Cause he might even be like, the fuck you doing? It's my mom's. You can't be moving moms, right?
Yeah.
But at the very least, just to look unified about it, because that's like, we don't know the relationship, right? But like, what if mom and daughter-in-law don't get along?
True.
So definitely be a unified grouping.
Yes, that's 100%. That's like, so it's not rude. I don't think it's rude, girl. Like, that's your house.
Yes.
At the end of the day, like.
And you're not asking her to sleep on a couch. You're just asking her to sleep in the smallest bedroom. Like.
Yeah. Like where your grandkids sleep. Come on.
I mean, that's the other thing. Yeah, do it for the grandkids. Honestly, my mom would be like, why am I sleeping in this room? Asher should have this room. It's bigger. And he's just by himself. Forget the 2 other ones.
Right.
So.
But who knows? Who knows? Yeah, like you said, who knows the relationship and the in-laws and the wife, but whatever. Okay. So now we just have 2 questions that I want to ask you.
Okay.
The first one is, I guess it's not a question, but name a TV show with no bad seasons that you think. And I'll read some of the responses on here.
So the one thing that I'm thinking of, I've been watching a lot of, because I watch a lot of YouTube, and I've been watching a lot of people watching old reality shows. And my favorite reality shows were just the trashy trash ones that they put on VH1 back in like the mid 2000s.
Like Flavor Flav, Flavor of Love.
You are right there with me. The Flavor of Love, the Rock of Love, Tool Academy, I Love Money, all these things. But all of them had some ups and downs, right? Like Flavor of Love season 1 and 2. Oh, so good. And then they fucked it up with season 3, right? Same I Love Money season 1 and 2. Yeah. And then it's like, well, we got to start bringing people back, I guess, because we've run out of people. Not good anymore. Tool Academy season 2, just period. Okay. But the one show that had 2 seasons and both were fire, I got to make sure. Yeah, I'm just going to assume there were 2 shows because I didn't see a third, or 2 seasons because I didn't see a third one.
Okay.
I Love New York. Oh my God. New York, the star of season 1 and season 2 of Flavor of Love, gets her own reality dating show after being left as the semifinalist in the previous 2 seasons of Flavor of Love. Oh man. And she ran the house. Oh, both seasons. I still remember she had one dude just making her snacks full of ranch all the time. Oh, you can't get this kind of quality television anymore.
Is that Tiffany? What's her name?
I only know her as New York. You are right. Her name is Tiffany because it's spraying something in my memory. But I only know her as New York. You could tell me her government name from now until Sunday. I will still only call her New York.
Okay.
She's tattooed on my brain that way. Oh God, it's such a good show. I gotta find it now.
That's good. Okay.
And then I was trying to
any non-reality TV show.
Well, so the only one that came to mind is one from the 50s, The Honeymooners. But no one's gonna know what that is because it's from the 50s. And the only reason that one is good is because it only had one season.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
right, but that's what I'm saying. It becomes a classic after the fact. But usually, you'll have a show that's great for like the first. Lost is a perfect example. First 3 to 4 seasons, so good. Last 2 seasons fell off a fucking cliff.
Yeah, see?
You know, and that's usually what happens. I mean, you could say the same thing with Scrubs to a degree. The last season, really not that great. 24. Fucking ER has gone on for so many years. Like it went on for same with Grey's Anatomy. Like you can't have a 40-year-long show and it have all the good seasons.
True.
So yeah, that's why for me. Another 1-season show without that obviously couldn't have a bad season. Just didn't get picked up again. Fastlane with Bill Bellamy and Tiffany Thiessen and Peter Facinelli.
Never saw it.
It was basically, in my opinion, it was the pre-concept of what the Fast and Furious movies were. Because that's all. It was these two. It was like I said, Bill Bellamy and Peter Facinelli, and they played undercover cops, and it was kind of like a mid-2000s version of Miami Vice almost, because that's what they were doing. They were going undercover. They had all this money to be able to show off or whatever. And it cost too much money because it was like at the time $1 million an episode, which was a lot back then. And they were just like, no, it's too much. We can't do it anymore. Such a good show.
Clearly not that great because it didn't get picked up again.
The executives didn't know what they had on their hands. Okay, we're gonna leave it at that. What would you say is?
Friends. I think they had no bad seasons, but that's because almost every single of their episodes were kind of all like the same.
I feel like there were a couple of seasons with Fat Chandler that could have gone better.
With Fat Chandler?
Yeah. What was his name? Rest in peace. I forget his actual name.
Matthew Perry. I know Matthew Perry, but I mean...
Yeah, Matthew Perry, because he was on so many drugs. He would balloon and he would like, what is it? Elevate or not elevate, yo-yo in weight.
No, that was, so when he was bigger is when he was actually off drugs.
But I'm saying, like, in general, because of the drugs, he was yo-yoing in his weight. Like what? Okay, we're getting stuck on semantics. Okay,
whatever. Yes, I think they were all great, regardless. Like, there's no.
I can't argue with you on this because I'm not a Friends person. Like, I've watched them, I've enjoyed them, but I've never sat.
It's not like you've sat and watched seasons of it.
Not even an entire season. Like, I've seen episodes from each season, but never, because Ross was such a dick.
Oh yeah. Like, I mean, there's no bad seasons, but there's bad characters, aka Ross.
All right.
Because I watched Friends from season 1, episode 1 through the end multiple times.
Yeah, but you're biased because you've watched it multiple times. But for lack of evidence, I'll allow it.
Okay, I would say that I want to say New Girl, but the last season was only like 6 episodes. So, it ended fine. It's not like it was a bad season. So, I would say maybe New Girl.
I only watched like the first 2 seasons of New Girl. It's good. It's a funny show. It's just like, oh God, I can't deal with these
People said The Good Place.
Oh yeah, The Good Place. Maybe, that is 4 seasons of television, 3 or 4 that were just
I think it's 4.
I give that one.
Good Place was good. I never watched Schitt's Creek, but people put it all on here.
Yeah, that's always in the list of things that people tell me to watch, and same thing. I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Somebody said The Wire. I only watched the first season.
Okay, so this one is because Wire 4 seasons, and it's controversial because the first season and their last 2 seasons, I should say, are all about Avon Barksdale, Stringer Bell, and those guys, right? And then the second season is just about these Polish gangsters on the docks. And it's thought of as like the season that people hated because it was so away from everything else. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But if you watch it, it's a fine season. It's just like disconnected from the rest of the show. So,
interesting. Okay,
yes, I mean, like I want to. I'll give an honorary mention to The Wire. We'll do that.
Okay. Cool. All right. So last question.
Oh, wait. I thought of another one.
Oh, yeah.
OG Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. If we could put Friends in there, we could put OG Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in there. All the episodes were the same, so all the seasons were great. It's great.
There you go. What about, did you ever watch, like, the X-Men, like, cartoon? Would we add cartoons onto this? No.
I mean, we are now. OG X-Men cartoon.
I don't even know if there were seasons.
No, there were, because I just rewatched everything because they just did a sequel series to it called X-Men 97. Yeah. So I watched all of X-Men, and now at some point, that's the issue, is I binge through X-Men. I'm like, okay, I'm over inundated. I got to take a break. And now it's like I got to work myself back up to watching 97. We could say that was like, especially for cartoon shows, or kids animation, that would be considered a show that didn't have any bad seasons. Okay. All right, moving on.
Yes, last one. What's some rich shit you do even though you're not rich?
All right, so this one, that we have an ice maker.
Okay.
So our ice maker broke. It just stopped making ice, except for like it could do 8 cubes at a time, and for whatever reason, it just started making 1 at a time. And we did everything to try and fix it. I descaled the hell out of it. I opened it up to see if there was any issues anywhere. Couldn't find a problem with this thing. It just stopped working. So what we did is we said we're going to get another ice maker.
Oh, okay.
Now, just because I always be saying about how I'm poor, I want everyone to know we bought this money with Amazon gift cards that the EP won at her job. So we weren't just like throwing money at an ice maker in general.
Okay.
But we did decide that we were going to go with a nugget ice making machine this time rather than a regular one.
Okay.
Because, I mean, who doesn't like nugget ice over regular ice, right?
Of course, yeah.
But even in that, I'm not allowed to have nice things because the ice maker is incredible. It works perfectly. It just churns out those little nuggets all day long if you want. Mm-hmm. But since it's an ice maker that then it transfers into the fridge, it's a little wet when you put it into the fridge.
So then it kind of clumps into...
So it turns into a big ice rock. It's no longer a nugget. It's just a big rock. And you got to take the ice pick and go for an hour. And I think I've come up with a way to get around that. I think I'm just going to have to put the ice in a plastic bag, like a Ziploc bag.
And then kind of flatten it out?
Well, no, and put that in the freezer once it's fully frozen. Then I could just smack the shit out of the bag.
Yeah, that would work, yeah.
Just, and then I got nuggets again. So that's...
Okay.
The other thing I always put premium gas in my car.
Okay.
For the mileage aspect, for the engine health benefits, just, so I don't know if that would be like doing the expensive version, and also if you do the math, I haven't done the math in a long time, but it used to be if you do the math, it would end up being like $3 more. Because it would be like 30 cents a gallon or whatever. I mean, gas prices keep going up, so who knows at this point, but.
True. Very true.
What's something that you are bougie about?
I wouldn't say it's bougie, but I use paper towels like I have endless supplies of it. I don't know. I'm so weird, like especially when I'm cooking, like I'll tear one off, wipe down the counters and things, right? But then I'm like, all right, then I touch things. I was like, okay, I'm not going to use the rag for it, so I'm going to get another paper towel, like after. And I'm like, damn. I watched a TikTok about it. Like, this guy was filming his wife, like my wife, and how much she cooks and how often she uses paper towels. So I was like, damn, that's me. Like, I really be out here using paper towels. Like, I have endless supplies of it. But then again, we buy them at Costco. So I have like 30
So you feel like you have endless supplies.
Yeah, like, okay.
You're personally causing deforestation in Colombia. Good job.
Yeah.
They're just like, see this section? That's because of Judy.
That was me. But you know what? Paper towels. Okay, so this is something that we've been doing like once a month. I have a house cleaner come to our house and clean.
Wow. See, that's that extra part-time job money right there.
Yeah, so but I love it. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I clean, mop and things, but the way she does this house at the end of the day when once a week, I was like, damn, like how can I keep it clean like this? Like
it's the different. It's like the difference of when you
different.
Yeah, it's like when you wash your car. And when you take it to the car wash and get it detailed. Yeah. Yeah, like there's a different level of muscle dexterity that those people have from just doing that same thing over and over again. That they have, I mean, the cleaning lady, she has eyes and is able to see dirt in ways that you and I can't even comprehend.
That's exactly what she told me. Like, exactly. She's like, I can just tell when I walk into a house. She's like, I can tell how long it's going to take me to clean it. I was like, interesting. She's like,
I mean, she's probably been doing it for a minute.
Yes. Yeah. That too. But man, I love her. She is awesome.
I do love how just over time we gain experience, like as a people, we gain experience doing things to where you can walk in. I was talking, like I made dinner for the EP the other day and I warmed up some chicken and I made some mac and cheese. And she was like, oh my God, you always make the best mac and cheese. It's craft in the box, okay? It's not like it's a delicacy, right? But I used to eat so much of it that I used to be able to eyeball the boiling pot and know when the pasta was done. I used to be able to just look at it and be like, yep, it's done. I'm not quite there, but yeah, it really is incredible. And by done, I meant like perfectly al dente, not like, oh, I've cooked it. No. I would look at it and be like, oh shit, it went too long this time.
You just know.
See, these are the things. Oh. So yeah, your house cleaner was able to get a nice career out of it, and I could make a side dish at times.
There we go.
Yep. All right. So I want you to watch this video, and then after it, I'm going to ask you a question, okay? So whatever comments you may have, just hold them to yourself until the end. For all of our audio listeners, why is it not? Oh, God.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. Okay. For all of our audio listeners, what we are seeing is a video. It is a man who is filming his girlfriend. I don't know, what would you say, about 20, 30 feet in front of him. And in the caption, it says, he tried picking up my GF with a Benz. And like I said, after we hear this video, I have a question for you, okay?
Elizabeth, you're so emotional. Like, slow down. Wait. Look at this guy. Buddy, if you want to impress my girl with a vehicle, it's going to have to be a food truck. Like, relax.
All right, so that was from God Damn It, Elizabeth on Instagram.
Wow, and that's so funny because I have not. They were famous on Facebook, and he posted like this is like pre-TikTok, type thing. So and I'm like, oh, I recognize that name, and so I kind of knew about this video. So
the EP and I got into a serious, I don't want to say fight, so debate.
Yeah.
Over the weekend or over the course of this week because of this video, because he said, "Hey, buddy. If you want to impress my girl, you're going to need a food truck." I took that as him calling her fat. She took that as him just saying that she likes food trucks.
Okay.
How did you take it?
I just like because first of all, you could tell that she's not fat. So I didn't get that sense. It's more of like she just likes to eat.
Yeah, okay, not like
women
fat in the not
That's
fat
right.
in the like you fatty fatterson, but like, oh yeah, like she gets going for a good sandwich. Like I'm saying, like it's not okay. I see that I might have put a little bit of myself into this. I still feel like it was shade thrown rather than something cute to say. But I do understand how I may have thrown a little bit of myself into this.
That's how I was like, oh, like she likes to eat. Like he knows the way to her heart is food. Like she doesn't want anything fancy. She wants food. But also in their other videos, they mentioned like she likes to eat. So I think there was one where he had like.
See, he's always talking about how much she be eating.
Maybe she just likes to eat. He's not calling her fat.
I mean, maybe he is. And you guys are just defending him.
I don't think so.
Because y'all like
gaslight
food
me
trucks.
about this.
I'm just, I'm not. I'm saying maybe. I'm not saying you're wrong. Gosh, stop being wrong. Fuck. Look, like I said, I probably put myself into there a little bit, but I feel like it's more shade than is being given credit. I'll just leave it at that. All right. You guys can be all the women out there can just be happy because, he understands her love of food or whatever.
It's her love language.
Yeah, he understands that food trucks are her love language or whatever. So, all right, fine. All right,
okay.
Fine. Whatever.
Yeah. Good.
All right, it's time for Am I Overreacting? Am I overreacting for thinking my wife cheated on me because a guy she sat next to on a flight called her phone? So me, 27 male, and my wife, 24 female, have been together for about 5 years. About 3 weeks ago, she went on a trip to visit her family out of state. Today, while we were driving, someone called her phone. She usually lets her phone ring and go to voicemail if she doesn't want to answer, but this time I noticed she declined the call right away. The same number called again, and once again she declined the call. This made me suspicious because she's never done this before. So I asked her who was calling, and she just responded, "I don't know." So I pressed her and asked her why she declined the calls instead of letting her phone ring. She told me she sat next to this guy on her flight and that they made small talk. He ended up asking for her number in case she needed anything, but they had no contact at all after the flight. She said she was just being nice. She then offers to let me check her phone, but I refuse since she wouldn't prove anything to me. She could have just deleted the calls or messages. We really don't have trust issues, and we both have access to each other's phones. We did FaceTime a lot while she was with her family, so honestly, I don't know if I'm overreacting.
Wow.
Dropped my phone. I was so into that.
You were.
Yeah.
You tell
I'll
me.
let you go.
Oh, I'll go first. Okay. One, I think it's weird that she gave her number to the dude. That's where I kind of stand there. It's
Okay.
kind of awkward. Like, who is this stranger and why are you even giving your real phone number to a stranger? Girl, let's do better. Like, I don't know. And she probably felt some kind of way at that point, I would think. I don't think she cheated. He might be a little overreacting on that end, but it's still kind of like, yeah, why did you give your number out? That's
100%. In my opinion, there's smoke, but there's no fire, right? So if the question is, am I overreacting to thinking that she cheated? Yes, you are. However, she gave out the number. Look, here's what probably happened, okay? She was on a flight. She was bored. She had just spent a whole weekend or week with her family. And she's talking to this guy next to her who's cute and showing her interest, right? Maybe he's a little younger, a CrossFit kind of guy. Something that she's not always getting in her normal life. Not saying that she's not fully attracted to her husband, but you get what I'm saying, right? And maybe even she had a couple of drinks on the plane, right? And it turned into that thing where you're talking to someone and you're being a little more, you're not doing anything out of bounds, but you're definitely being a little more flirtatious than you would be if anyone that you knew was around you, right?
Right.
And so in that moment, she got caught up in everything. He asked her for the number. She gave it to him. But the reason I know for a fact that she is not cheating on him, unless it was like a quickie in the bathroom, they joined the Mile High Club.
Mile High Club.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Then you got me.
You
But
got us.
the fact that he's not saved in her phone as anything is what tells me that there's no relationship there.
Yeah, it's not like Pizza Hut is calling you.
Right. Why does Pizza Hut keep calling? This is weird.
Exactly.
Why is Nana calling? She died 3 weeks ago. So, and that's, and the fact, now granted, he's right. She could have deleted everything, but normally, if someone is doing dirty stuff, they'll be like, no, you don't need to look at my phone. You don't trust me? What you mean you don't trust me?
Yeah.
Right? They start gaslighting, they start deflecting all that stuff. So, yes, do I think that she did something that she probably regrets and that she should not have done and honestly probably thought would never happen again? Yes. Do I think she cheated on him? No. So, you're kind of overreacting? Like, it's right in the middle. It's right.
Yes. It's like, I can see it because you're like, girl, you my wife. Why you giving your number out to people, dudes especially? Like, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, no, that one I can't come up with a good reason for. Unless, what probably happened is he gave her his number and then said, call me. Call me, yeah.
Right? That's like, because that's the one time you can't really give someone a fake number even.
Yeah, exactly.
Now at the same time, she could have, and then she was probably being nice about getting his number. Oh God, yeah, I'll go into a whole rabbit hole about this.
Right, there's probably
yes, you are reacting.
I was gonna say semi.
Yeah, you're reacting but you need to use caution. Okay? You're cautiously reacting is what we need to say.
Like if it happens again, obviously there's something wrong.
If it happens again, you need to go talk to the guy we had in this segment a couple weeks ago where his wife was just up on Instagram and wearing hot clothes all the time when he's not around. Okay?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Going to the grocery store in my lingerie. What? All right. That does it for today's episode. Thank you guys for listening to the whole show. We always appreciate every... Oh, before we go, Otis, you son of a bitch! You beat me by 2 points, okay? 2 points! My God.
I don't know what it was with this week, but I lost in our league by 4 points. I lost in my other league by 3 points. I don't understand what's happening.
Honestly, this is why you're lucky that I'm such a lazy person, because I saw your tweet about how you lost in both leagues, and I wanted to go find your other tweet about how you were happy with your draft. And just post a picture of it there. And I was like, I don't have that kind of willpower. Let's be honest.
I don't think I ever tweeted that my draft was good.
No, there was a tweet because it showed up as one of my goddamn like, hey, this is what's happening on X, where you were like, I'm pretty happy with my draft.
Okay.
It was something to that effect. I'm not saying that you were like saying that you had the greatest draft ever, that you were going to kick everyone's ass and no one was going to have a chance. But you did have a little like, good for me.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Otis, 2 points, you son of a bitch.
Otis. And you spelled his name wrong.
I did?
Yeah, well, when you were texting it, you put with the T, it's with the D.
This. Oh, man. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about that, Otis. I've been saying your name wrong this whole time, too. Oh, God. All right. Well, we just lost another listener, so thank you guys so much for being a part of the show. Yeah, if you want me to missay your name and misspell it and mispronounce it and all those things, hit us up in the comments, or wherever you want. Just go outside and yell, Ryan, get my fucking name right at this point. Jesus. Thank you guys again. Make sure that you follow us on all the platforms, especially YouTube at TABPOD. And if you want to be on the ticker, make sure you go join the $5 level of our Patreon at TABPOD. All right, that does it for this week. We will see you next week right here on A Conversation with Judy and Ryan. Bye.
Bye.
What the fuck was that? Why are you dropping shit right at the end?
No, that's my cat.
Your cat's trying to fuck my show up. Bye.
So many things happening. Sorry. Bye.